week on Greyhound View, we look back at the final of the Olympic Beat Puppy Oaks from Shelbourne Park, the semi-finals of the Macroom Motors Service Stake from Cork. We head to Carrick-on-Suir for a visit with trainer Declan Byrne. Plus we see how our young dog Cool Amber gets on in her official trial. But first we review the action from Tralee. Of the Lee Strand 550 sweepstake took place at the Kingdom Stadium in Tralee last Friday evening, carrying a winner's prize of €10,000. But before racing got underway, Mal Keaveney had a chat with one of the competitors of the Ladies Open Golf Tournament, which took place in Killarney over the weekend.
Karen, what do you think of the courses here in Killarney?
Oh, fantastic. We played like a band last year and we have the pleasure of playing Mahoney's Point this year, and it's a fantastic course, a great test, and the weather was very kind to us today, so we had some good scores, so very happy.
In terms of the tour itself and the Irish Open venue, how does it rate? Because we really had wonderful weather on day one.
Yeah, we have had wonderful weather. I mean, we're very lucky. I mean, last year here we were pretty lucky as well. So, I mean, obviously when we come to Ireland, we know the weather's a factor, and we've all practiced in the wind for 2 days, and today we had no wind. So, but, you know, it's just lovely to be here. We love coming to Ireland. Everyone's so wonderful to us, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Now let's take a look at the lineup for the feature race of the year at the Kingdom Stadium.
One in the red jacket, it's Email.go. This one is a likely outsider, owned and trained in Abbeyfield, County Limerick by Michael Lyons, a daughter of Sparn Lakita and One More Go. Next into picture we have Ballymacule. This one is owned and trained in Ballymacgilligan by Liam Dowling. Marvellous Gears, a son of Droopy's Woods and Blonde Returns. A trainer with a huge reputation is Eddie Wade, and he runs in the white jacket with iRocket for Gerard Kervick of County Antrim. This one is a son of I-Man and Fly Tess. In the black jacket, it's Eagle Eyed, an unfavourable draw for this one, but it won its semi-final in a very smart time last weekend of 30-18, a son of I-Man and Picture Palace. In the orange jacket we have Ballykey. This one has Marvellous Gears, owned by Bridie King in Galway, winner of its semi-final in 30-04, and a son of Ronan Key and Fast Act. And finally in the stripes it's Fiontraw Duff, representing Tipperary, and this one is a son of Smooth Rumble and Hazy Shannon. Our favourite is 5, that's Ballykey, has the fastest sectional time to halfway ever recorded at Tralee. Here comes towards Traps and they're out, and Ballykey is well away, but so too is Eagle Eyed. Ballykey up towards the opening bend, Eagle Eyed on the rail, but it's Ballykey that gets a free run through now from Eagle Eyed. That's the 1-2 out front. And moving into third, it's Ballymacule, but our leader is Ballykey. He'll be difficult to catch from here. Eagle Eyed is 2 lengths behind and beginning to close, but still in front as they go towards the finishing turn. It's Ballykey. Ballykey up towards the line. Ballymacule as well, but it's a victory for Ballykey. Close for second between Ballymacule and Eagle Eyed. Confirmation of the result of our final of the Lee Strand 550 sweepstake. Victory for Ballykey, second Ballymacule, and third Eagle Eyed. The winning time an impressive 29.95. Well, reflecting back now on the final, Ballykey and Eagle Eyed both well away from traps, but crucially was Ballykey our favourite that showed in front at that opening bend from Eagle Eyed and was never headed from that point on. A very impressive performance by Ballykey, but crucial was that early break into that opening bend.
When he hits that first bend, nothing will touch him, because once he gets out in front, he'll really go well. Like, we were afraid of number 5 trap tonight, because actually, I was just saying to the boys before that neither 5 or 6 has won no race yet tonight. There were 2 2s or 2 4s actually. I was watching the card in the 3, but we said maybe our luck is gone Friday the 13th, but it wasn't, thank God.
Dara McKenna, the son of trainer Paul McKenna, has a busy week ahead. He's taking part in the Special Olympics.
You're competing in 2 events, the walking event and the shot put. Which would be your better event?
I say shot put. I say better.
Have you competed in these games before?
I have, yeah. Down in Mallow once, swimming gala. Munster, if I qualified to go, I touched the rope, I got disqualified. Only for that I would be in the Olympics itself.
This must be the biggest week in your life. How are you preparing for the events which take place later in the week?
We organised a commission meeting because Special Olympics, a big host town for birds again. We're hosting North Korea, and we're doing an exciting week for birds now. Be exciting for everybody to come and enjoy themselves.
Are you hopeful that you might win a medal?
I hope so, yeah. Be a big boost for birds again if we do.
Well, a few weeks back we saw Cool Amber having her first sample of the traps, and here she is tonight at Harold's Cross having her qualifying trial. Pat Kelly has just put her into trap. She's running from trap 2 in this 2-dog trial. Well, it goes. Quite a new experience for this youngster. She's very much down. She's quite aware of what's happening there in trap 2 as the hare comes around behind the trap. So this 2-dog qualifying trial. The other runner goes from trap 5 in this one. Out the club, and she's out very fast, Cool Amber, leading up with the circuit to go by about 4 lengths from number 5 here, railing very tightly around the opening corner. She's not too big, this one, but she's certainly able to track as she negotiates the opening bends very well. A good lead down the back straight over number 5 in second. Just this 2-dog qualifying trial. Of course, each dog must have 2 public trials to be qualified for racing. As Cool Amber, coming around the final bend, appears to be tiring just that fraction as she turns for home now in this 5 to 5 yard trial here at Harold's Cross, coming to the line now to win her qualifying trial and doing a time of 30.73. So Cool Amber getting ready for her racing, but I'm afraid she'll have to improve a little bit on 30.73 if she's to pay the way.
Well, last time you saw her, we gave her an unrecorded trial, a Newbridge sprint trial, and was pleased enough with her, and we brought her back and gallop her and walk her and try and build her up for her racing. Now tonight I gave her a 5.25 qualifying trial, and very happy with the way she went. Showed a nice little bit of early down, and I'll take her home now and feed her up, and in the morning now we'll check her out that everything's sound, and from that on then we'll be working hard on her over the next coming weeks to prepare her for her first race, and hopefully we'll be back here within 6 weeks with her for her first race. Looking forward to it.
A beautiful summer's evening here at Shelbourne Park, where we have the final of the Olympic B Puppy Oaks. Spellbound is the very hot favourite to take the prize of €7,500. A significant race. The Oaks itself starts next weekend, so all these runners will be very much in contention for that classic prize. But as I say, Spellbound, she's a flyer running from trap 6. Friedel's save from 2 looks her real danger. But first of all, let's have a look at the runners in the final of the Olympic B Puppy Oaks. The runners now on parade for the Olympic B Puppy Oaks final in 1 Mutola, trained by John McKee in the north for James McChrystal and Tyrone. Edoro split the bill and now Profit Me, ideally drawn on the rails. She goes up strongly. She's one of the outsiders, but don't rule her out. Into Friedel save, trained by Dolores Ruth for Nikki Kenny and Sadie Riches. This Adora of Top Honcho and much better. She ran a fine race in defeat behind Spellbound in semi-finals. She's the main threat to the favourite. 3 is Altice Absolute, owned and trained by young Shane Finn and Wexford. This Adora of Knock Even Star and Altes Damsel. She's won 3 of her 14. She can really fly to a corner. She's a big price also, but I wouldn't be discounting her. 4 is Barbecue, owned and trained by Larry Clancy and Naval. This Adora of Stapler's Joe and Bright Snow. She's a wide-running bitch. She's won 5 of her 15 starts. She's improving all the time, but she's the rank outsider. In 5, Droopy's Virginia, trained by Ian Riley for Sean Dunphy and Waterford, a daughter of Larkin Joe and Droopy Sherrill. She's won 7 of her 9 starts, a record that can't be snuffed at. She's getting better with each run. She goes up strongly, she stays. This one has a bright future. And in 6, the hot favourite, Spellbound. This magnificent bitch, trained by Ollie Bray for Michael Carney and Larry O'Rourke, a daughter of Honcho Classic and Central Lass. She's won 10 of her 17. She will be the hot favourite. If she comes away, she's going to take all the beating. Spellbound, she's without question the one they have to beat. The hare's up behind traps.
and they're away. The favourites away very fast. Number 4, Barbecue in second. Back in third, we have number 2 in the inside, Friedel Save. But around the corner, it's number 6 that leads, Spellbound in second, Friedel Save. Back in third, number 1, Mutola. But down the far side, it's Spellbound. Will she be caught? It's going to be hard to catch her at this stage. Number 2, Friedel Saves in second. She's running very strongly. In third, number 1, Mutola. But it's still number 6, Spellbound, the hot favourite. Looks like landing this one for favourite backers. In second, Friedel Save running a brilliant race. In third, number 1, Mutola. But up the home straight, it's number 6, Spellbound. What a bitch. Second, number 2, Friedel Save. Third, number 1, Mutola. 28.67, a blistering time. Well, Spellbound was simply too good for her rivals in the final of the Olympic B Puppy Oaks. Flashed away, led all. In second, number 2, Friedel Save. Third, number 1, Mutola. 28.67, the winning time. Well, this one was over the traps. Look at number 6, Spellbound. She really quickens clear. This one has fine early pace. She powers on the back and she stays strongly. Friedel Save running a fine race in second spot. She gives number 3, Altice Absolute, a bump there. Back in third, number 1, Mutola. But out front, number 6, Spellbound. She's really galloping hard at this stage. Number 2, Friedel Save, just closing the gap slightly. But once they hit that final corner, just watch Spellbound. She really gallops clear up the home straight. She really will stay 550 yards. The Derby, no doubt a target for her. But next, it's the Oaks. It starts next week, and she's certainly one of the leading fancies. 28.67. She's a real quality bitch.
A few months back ago, with a few jars on you, you said to us, I'll win the Oaks this year. You have a big team going into it, Ollie.
A good team this year. A good team, the strongest team I ever had. And so hopefully they stay sound and we'll give it a lash.
This lady must have a big chance in it.
She's improved all along, you know, which is a good sign. And she's a good heart, she can do it both ways.
Bought the bitch last Christmas, before Christmas, off Brian Robinson, and she has turned out very lucky for us so far.
Not just lucky, she's brilliant.
Well, we'll know that when the Derby comes along. Let's hope she's as good as Bypass Bywell, or near as good as him.
In part 2, we talk to trainer Declan Byrne and head to Cork for the semi-finals of the Macru Motor Services Stake. Conshore trainer Declan Byrne became involved in greyhounds through his father Frank, who was a control steward at the Waterford track. After Frank's retirement from Bordnagon, he helped Declan set up training kennels. But Declan was also very interested in breeding, which is now a major part of his setup.
I bought a bitch off Sean Burke, which I had seen when I was working with Sean up there, which transferred to be driver turnover, the dam of Windgap Chick and numerous other Windgaps, including Windgap Java, who was an English Derby finalist last year. So that line is very strong here at the moment, and it's thrown numerous open race winners. The breeding is very much part of our setup here. We have probably about 4 or 5 brood bitches here. Windgap Chick would be the main one. She's thrown open class in every litter, and at the moment she has a young litter of Hampshire Classics. And she's due to come in season again now shortly. Also we have Miss Seskin. She's Slaney side here out of Seskin Clare, and we have a young litter of Pete's Bosses from her here also. They're 6 months old. Another bitch we have is Double Glory. She was bred by Matt Travers, and she has a young litter 9 months old to Carlton Bale, which look very promising at the moment as well. Another brood bitch there, Cool and Lass is her name. She's Windgap Java, Windgap Chick, and she's finished racing now, and she will be starting her breeding litters very shortly.
A long-standing patron of Declan's, Catherine Toohey, became so involved with the dogs that Declan convinced her to take his whelping bitches, which left him more time to concentrate on the young dogs in training.
We got to know Declan through hurling and football, and when Declan began to train, we gave him 2 dogs that we owned at that particular time. From there it progressed to Declan giving me bitches to whelp down. I've whelped down several bitches for Declan. At present I have 10 pups out of Portriella by Pacific Mile, 6 bitches and 4 dogs. I'm very pleased with the progress, and when they are 5 months old and fully inoculated, I bring them back to Declan.
We take the pups back then after put them into the paddocks here, and they brought out the fields a couple of times a day to exercise and gallop around the fields to build up their muscles and let them get plenty exercise, you know. and develop them into proper race dogs, you know. So when the saplings come in out of the paddocks and they go into the race kennel, they're walked on the road maybe twice a day for 2 miles in the morning, 2 miles again in the evening. And it helps to build up their muscles, and but they continue to get that even, you know, the whole time during their racing career. They're always taken out to exercise in the morning and evening and let out around the fields to gallop, you know, just to give them a change, you know, and keep them interested in the game. A very nice dog there belonged to John McDermott and JJ Lambert from Carlow, Oneiden Palace. He's a 9-man dog out of Picture Palace. He's run 3 times so far and has won twice. He should make top class. His probably main aim at the end of the year would be the Laurels. Another one is a dog owned by Waterford publican John de Bromhead, Callahoolam. He's a Pepe's Dilemma dog who won a 575-yard stake on Project Stakes final night in Clonmel. Another young dog there, he's a Droopy's Kuel dog out of Kate's Dilemma. He's only 15 months old, but he's shown, you know, unbelievable speed at the moment. He's probably one of the fastest dogs I've ever put in the lead. So his aim probably next year will be the Project Stakes. So we'll take him nice and slow at the moment and, you know, let him mature. Another nice dog there, owned by Brian Gleeson. He's a Jamaican hero dog, so he's due to run his first race very shortly, and hopefully he'll go well for them. So for the future, we'd like to continue breeding with our own brood bitches here. You know, it's a good, strong line, and to keep that line going, you know, for as long as we can, and keep producing open race winners, you know. And the racing strength, then we'd like to build up a few more open race winners, race dogs, and try compete, you know, in the open classics, and hopefully somewhere along the line pick up 1 or 2 of them.
Cork was the venue for the semi-finals of the Macrew Motor Services Stake last weekend. The special appearance of the Irish St Leger winner Mount Leader Rolfe captured the attention of the crowd as General Manager Noel Holland made a presentation to his trainer and owner Daniel O'Mahony. The action soon got underway once more, and we join Mal Keaveney for the preliminaries to the first semi-final.
Dogs are on parade now for our first semi-final. And first into picture we have Group Cheers, owned and trained in County Tipperary by Mary Kenny, a son of Vintage Prince and Seanard Sunset. Next up, it's Coolmona Dave, jointly owned here in Cork by John Sexton and Mossy Corkery. Coolmona Dave won in its last round in a time of 28.38, a son of Split the Bill and Star Cash. In the white jacket, we have Maglan Gold for Timothy O'Connell, a son of Split the Bill and Maglan Bell, winner last weekend in 28.37. Next up, we have Save the Pound. This one is trained by Nick Turner and a son of Prince of Tinra and Ellis Charm. In the orange jacket tonight, flying the flag for Limerick, it's owned and trained in Doon by Patsy Richardson, a son of Top Honcho and Kilree Pippin. And finally, we see Knock Bill for Jerry Moriarty of Kerry, a son of Split the Bill and Ardford Miss. This one really has tremendous early pace. Coolmona Dave is our favourite in box 2, appears to be ideally housed. He arrives at traps on their way. Coolmona Dave is out very smartly down the centre and leads from Maglan Gold. Running towards the opening bend, it's Coolmona Dave that shows in front from Maglan Gold. Also challenging for second right now is Polar Lad, but gone out in front is Coolmona Dave by maybe 3 to 4 lengths from Maglan Gold and Polar Lad. Remember, 3 to qualify. Group Cheers beginning to improve at that third bend, but there's no doubt about our leader right now. That's Coolmona Dave as they swing the final turn. Coolmona Dave is going to finish the winner. Close for a second between Maglan Gold and Polar Lad. The result of the opening semi-final, Coolmona Dave winning in a new track record of 28.14, 1 length of an improvement on the old record. Second, Polar Lad, and third, Group Cheers, and that winning time again, a track record 28.14. A very good win in the opening semi-final for Coolmona Dave. The break all important here. He was out very well from Maglan Gold up towards the finishing line with a full circuit to go. He led, and crucially at that opening bend, Coolmona Dave showed in front from Maglan Gold and was never headed from that point. Our second semi-final here tonight is a 5-dog affair with Hamilton Palace an absentee in box 2. And the dogs are out now for the parade. First we have the red jacket of College Prime for young Pat Murphy of County Antrim. College Prime is clocked 28-25 in both previous rounds, a son of Stapler's Joe and College Serena. Next on to Slippery Bill, trained by Mossy O'Connor. Slippery Bill is a son of Split the Bill and Nikita Doll. Running in the black jacket, we have Air Force James, the second of those Paul Hennessy runners for Keith Doherty of Dublin, a son of Top Honcho and Manello Puma. For the John Keating of Newcastle West in Limerick, we have Mike's Prediction, a son of Frisbee Flashing and Deal Cross. And finally, Cold Calling for Pat Jones of Clare, trained by Mark Robinson, a son of Velvet Tom and Haywood Melody. The first semi-final won in a new track record of 28-14, 3 to qualify from the second semi-final. College Prime well fancied in box 1, not that well away though. Slippery Bill is out best, so too Cold Calling, close at the opening bend, and it's Slippery Bill that's lost out to Cold Calling. That's the 1-2 College Prime, now moves into third. Out front it's Cold Calling, Slippery Bill begin to close. College Prime is in third, close at the second bend from home, and it's Slippery Bill that slips through now. It's Slippery Bill off the final bend, up towards the line. Slippery Bill, Cold Calling, College Prime is under pressure to qualify. The full results now of our second semi-final. Victory for Slippery Bill, second Cold Calling and third College Prime. The winning time here, 28-25. It was at the second bend from home that we had a change of leader up front. Slippery Bill slipping by Cold Calling, and off the final turn it was looking very good for Slippery Bill, and he did prevail from Cold Calling, with College Prime just about making it through to next weekend's final. The time was 28-25. The trap draw for next weekend's final was performed by John O'Farrell. It is in 1 College Prime, 2 Slippery Bill, 3 Coolmona Dave, group cheers in 4, 5 Polar Lad and 6 Cold Calling. Bookmaker Margot Ann Murphy, is it likely that Coolmona Dave will start as favourite next weekend?
Most definitely Coolmona will be short price favourite. I think he's going to be 5-4, and I think he's good value at that. I think he'll end up probably evens on the night, but there'll be plenty of 5-4 available.
What about College Prime? He seems to be very well drawn in the final.
College Prime is in trap 1, he's drawn in trap 1. He'll be clear second favourite, a 5-2 chance.
And what about the rest?
In trap 2 we've Slippery Bill, he'll be a 4-1 chance. Then in trap 4 you have Group Cheer, and he'll be about 7-1 chance, maybe 8-1 chance, depending what the money is for. And then, of course, we can't leave out trap 6, Cool Calling. He'll be 5-1 chance. I suppose he'll be third favourite. And then I'd imagine the outside of the field will be Polar Lad, 50-1 shot. So I hope we have some upset in it anyway, because the bookmakers are going very bad in Cork for the last couple of months. The favourites are just dawdling in.
I don't think that is the case.
Oh, that is the case, but sure, all is fair in love and war anyway. We'll see what happens.
So will Margot Ann's prediction prove correct? We'll see how Coolmona Dave gets on in next week's final from Corraheen Park. We'll also look back at the final of the Daninga House Champion Unraced Puppy Stake from Shelbourne Park, plus highlights of the Sporting Press Irish Oaks, the semi-finals of the Peggy Kelly Sprint from Harold's Cross, and we take a look at the semi-finals of the English Derby.